Forgive me, Father, for what I am about to do. I'm totally going to play into the trope and be a triggered vegan. So I decided to make a video on this because I did actually stream a specific TikTok video, but it made me so angry that I thought it would be better to actually just make a video out of it. TikTok is a cesspool. I kind of like it, but also hate it for many reasons. One of the reasons I despise it is because there's so many animal ag farmers over there spreading misinformation and lies about their industry. So we're going to try and get through this, we're going to try and chill, and we'll explore some of the nonsense that this user, just a girl who loves her moo, decides to spout.
And this is why there is such a gap between consumer and producer.
Yeah, because the producer is engaging in such disgusting practices that they have to lie to themselves and thus lie to the consumer. In fact, in this video, you remove yourself from the responsibility of the very product that you were part of producing. It's so weird. You don't want to take responsibility for what you produce, or rather, who you produce. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to see just how misleading this member of the animal agriculture industry is.
Was supposed to go to the slaughterhouse Monday. That is a baby calf, a 95-pound animal. We don't process baby moose, you guys. And I really wish you guys would do a minute amount of research and understanding and ask a farmer before you make life-changing choices.
It's funny because her name is just a girl who loves her moo, but in her bio, it talks about eating said moose guilt-free. It's just absolutely great to me how little the word love means anymore. I mean, a source that she recommends is veal.org, where they say that, you know, these calves are processed at 6 months old. So no, they're not fresh out of the womb in many instances, but they are still 6 months old. But I didn't realise that, you know, killing a newborn, just so terrible, but killing someone at 6 months, absolutely fine. Okay, well, that's good to know. You know, new information. And gutted for you, because I had a chat with my friend who has a BSc in animal science with a specific focus in agriculture, and who is a member of the International Honour Society of Agriculture. And he confirmed my suspicions over the calves being killed at younger than 6 months. And here we see the potential scope of how many newborn calves are killed. According to the Humane Society Veterinary Association, veal calves for the most part are unwanted male calves from dairy breeds, primarily the offspring of Holstein cows. With the advent of artificial insemination, only highly bred pedigree bulls who sire high-producing cows are kept for breeding, and consequently, male calves have little value to the dairy farmer. There are 4 categories of veal calves, but one we will focus on for this point. Bob veal calves are newborns, some with umbilical cords still hanging from their abdomens, up to 3 weeks of age. About 15% of veal calves are marketed as Bob veal. Meat from these calves goes into hot dogs and prepared sandwich meats. This statistic is also supported by the USDA. They released a livestock slaughter summary in 2021, noting that commercial calf slaughter totaled 391,300 head, 14% lower than a year ago, with 98.1% under federal inspection. The average live weight was 237 pounds, down 8 pounds from a year earlier. So the average weight, so likely average age, was lower than last year. Ignoring that, and that nearly 2% wasn't under federal inspection, and to assume that the 15% is an accurate estimation of how many newborns up to 3 weeks are killed, that would mean that in the US in 2021, 58,695 newborn calves were killed. And according to my friend in the field, it's worth noting that stat only includes those calves that were put into the market food supply. For example, free marten females are typically euthanized at birth. These are heifers that were born with a twin brother and are thus masculinized. Their ability to reproduce and be useful as a dairy cow is greatly reduced, and because they aren't males, they don't make good veal. So they are typically killed at or near birth. So essentially, the number of newborn calves killed in the US alone is horrific, and we don't actually know the full scope of how many are killed. Again, killing newborns, horrible. 6-month-old, absolutely fine.
But of course, she went viral for saving a calf that wasn't in danger in the first place.
Wasn't in danger? Please tell me what would have happened to them if they were kept there. Would they live to old age? Would they be a nice elderly Betsy? You don't think a slaughterhouse is a danger to an animal who's sent there? No. Sorry, I just need to see what danger means. What does danger mean? Let's just look up the definition of danger, shall we? Danger meaning, what's it? What is it? The possibility of suffering harm or injury. There's possibility of something unwelcome or unpleasant happening. You wouldn't catch that dead happening in a slaughterhouse, would you?
The factory farms are not a thing, and videos on TikTok like this for views are part of the problem. Let's do better.
Factory farms are not a thing. Yeah, let's do better. Firstly, by not lying.
If you didn't know, I'm a calf manager, and I raise bull calves of that age and weight for a living.
And allow me to show you the factory farm I work in and totally tell on myself.
And no, not a single one of these moves are going to be processed anytime soon.
But they will be processed in a little under 6 months. About that, right? So, you know, it's not happening right now, so it's absolutely fine. It's going to happen later, but we don't need to talk about that, okay? It's representation. Misleading.
Don't euthanize their bull calves, and producers don't process a baby animal.
If you're not doing it, I'm not sure why that suddenly makes it okay that it gets done. It's within the industry. You're raising these animals to be sent off to be killed. Are you not? This is an industry that entails their rights violations and their execution.
Let's do better. The views cannot be worth the amount of misinformation you are spreading on this app.
Yeah, boil it down to views. Nothing to do possibly with someone wanting an animal to not be killed. No, it's all for views. She really harps on this, and I think she just wants to kind of detach it from a person really connecting with an animal or empathizing with them and wanting to save them. Because in her mind, you know, these animals don't need to be saved, even though they are going to be sent off to be killed. They don't need to be saved somehow, because this person thinks that you can eat guilt-free beef. So, wow.
The infuriating part is, she corrected herself after people called her out in the comments. Oh, this moo is not actually going to be processed on Monday, but I got all this attention from this TikTok, so let's leave it up. Even though we just misled over 1 million people to believe that that is standard care for a baby calf. And that's how factory farms treat their animals.
Yeah, standard practice in the industry is horrific because it entails rights violations to these animals. You know, they're mutilated, they're exploited, they're confined. We can see that right there. They're not with their mothers where they should be. Instead, they're in pens, not bonding with their mother, and they have a replacement formula, and then they will be sent off to be killed. So standard practice is awful. And let's just see her yet again deny what a factory farm is.
I'm very familiar with the term factory farm because people see my facility and immediately jump to industrialized farming. What you don't see is the benefits these pens provide.
Okay, so because pens can provide a specific benefit, likely more so for the producer, this can no longer be categorized as a factory farm. Is this what you're telling us? Look, I might have just committed murder, but it provides a specific benefit, okay? That's one less person using up oxygen. People just don't seem to see, like, the benefits. So really, can we call it murder? At this point, to be fair, oxygen's no longer appealing, so maybe I should just, like, shut up about these industries, just let them continue to exist and then watch the world burn. No more oxygen for anybody, okay? Because you ruined it with your lies and deceit.
They may look factory farmy or industrialized, but these pens have a purpose.
Because pens have a purpose. That's not a factory farm. Show's over, guys. No more questions.
And I really wish you guys would do a minute amount of research and understanding and ask a farmer before you make life-changing choices based off propaganda and stupid viral TikToks.
Oh yeah, I'll ask someone who exploits animals and commodifies their bodies whether or not I should continue paying them. Okay, that way I'd get a totally unbiased response, right?
The sad part is, I'm gonna spend the next month answering questions on killing calves when that's not got anything to do with what we do for a living.
What happens to them after you're done with them? Can you go through the rest of their journey before the end?
But someone saw that TikTok and now that's their belief of the farming industry, of the dairy industry, of the livestock industry.
You have eat beef guilt-free in your bio. You work in an industry that raises animals so that they grow a certain size to be killed and have their bodies used. What do you mean it's got nothing to do with it? Are you a compulsive liar or is it just on TikTok?
You guys are doing so much more damage than you'd ever know. You got your 15 minutes of fame, so congratulations.
The irony. More damage than you'll know. when that moo right there will have the most damage done to them you could possibly do to someone, i.e. take their life away. I just can't fucking with this person. I'm like, oh, unbelievable. I'm glad this is over because I can't any longer. Like, this is just infuriating. So many instances of them absolutely just lying through their teeth. This person really wants to tell us factory farms aren't a thing, and the thing she works in isn't one. I managed to keep my cool somewhat, but I definitely didn't in my live stream. And if you would like to see that, then you can click that join button and become a channel member and get access to my complete vegan snowflake triggered meltdown, because this is just disgusting. How many times is the animal ag industry and its members just going to blatantly lie through its teeth? And then they turn it around on us and try to tell us we're lying. It's unbelievable. And if this person's really confident that, oh, vegans are the liars, they're the problem, they're like spreading misinformation, then I humbly invite you to come on and have a discussion with me and tell me precisely what vegans are lying about, and we can lay it all out. I am so sick of people, one, lying, and two, doing it while they're literally exploiting others and getting away with it. It's just absolutely disturbing to me. No more videos on farmers for a while. I'll make sure the next video will be much more fun than this. This was just absolutely infuriating. But I hope you enjoyed the grade A bullshit nonetheless. I do hope you're well, and until next time, salads. I will see you soon.